Hi everyone, this is 2 Minutes in It, and today we're going to be talking about your specific purpose in God. Alright, now when God manifested himself to Moses, he did so as the burning bush that didn't burn up. And this was significant because Moses had to be the burning bush that didn't burn up. He had to lead the Israelites for 40 years, and they complained, and they rebelled, and they forgot God's goodness, but Moses had to continually and patiently show them God's glory for 40 years. All right. But when Moses died and Joshua took over, God did not reveal himself to Joshua as a burning bush. He revealed himself to Joshua as the commander of the Lord's army because Joshua's purpose was to go to war and to reclaim Israel's promised land, to give Israel what had been promised to them, right? Warfare. That was Joshua's purpose. And so we are all different parts in the body of Christ, right? Christ is the mind or the head of the body, but we are all different body parts. And God has manifested himself to us differently. We all see God a little differently, and that's okay because not any one individual can see all of God's glory, right? Not any of us can see a complete picture of God. Like, I might see more of God's mercy and grace, and another person might see more of God's power and majesty, and yet another person might see more of God's beauty and peace. And that's all right, and we might disagree sometimes, but it's a beautiful thing when we all come together and we can share and live out what God has shown us individually, and then we can see a greater picture of God's complete glory. So, how God has manifested to you personally is a huge clue as to what your personal ministry will be, right? And when Jesus says, I desire mercy and not sacrifice, part of what that means is whatever goodness God has shown you, whatever good thing God has shown you, it's your responsibility to pass that along, right? If God has shown you great wisdom, it's your responsibility to pass that along. If God has shown you mercy and service, it's your responsibility to pass that along. And so I pray that all of us, we have ears to hear and eyes to see what God has shown us individually so that we can come together and support and live together collectively. And in doing so, we can live out and manifest God's complete glory and his complete nature. All right, I hope that helps you out, and I'll see you guys next week.